Hello, viewers. Welcome to another interesting edition of the First Daily Sports Podcast. My name is Benjamin Ubana. I'm the editor of the platform. I'm here today in the studio with Taiwo Ibrahim, and we'll be discussing a very important subject today. And I want to thank you for joining us today. We hope that you can like this podcast and also share so that we can have more people viewing this podcast. So today, Taiwo, we are going to be talking about the Nigerian Super Eagles. What we are now is not what we were yesterday. What happened? What changed?
Like they say, change is the only constant thing in life. And
Right.
for the Super Eagles, it's a positive change. Because we are used to the negative, even though if you say the negative part was not a change, but we've only been in the negative for a very long time. Imagine now we've not qualified for the World Cup twice consecutively.
Sadly.
It's not something that if we pride ourselves as the giant of Africa, it's not something that we should even be imagining at all. But it is what it is, it has happened. But we have to take it off from where we started struggling to qualify for the World Cup, the qualifiers, and we didn't start well. And we're under Passero, then Finidi, then Guavon, then before Chelle took over. But since Chelle took over, even though he didn't eventually got us that ticket to the World Cup, but he was able to tweak some things. He was able to change some stuff, and part of that change is what we are now seeing today. And now, I just want to give us a mental note of what happened over the time before we go to this state today. So he won some of the games that he took charge of
during the qualifiers.
Even though he was able to get to at least the second spot, and then we were able to get a playoff slot. But unfortunately, we didn't do well in that game against Congo. That could have made us qualify for the World Cup. But after that time, in fact, if you look at the games that we played under him, the ones we didn't even win, you could see some defined style.
Right.
Because this guy knew what he wanted to do. It was there for the players to just carry out the instruction he was giving out to them. But gradually they were doing it. But this time around, fast forward to this summer, in the May-June international window, we saw them play the Unity Cup against Zimbabwe and Jamaica. And then we won the Unity Cup like we did last year too. This time around, they also played Poland, played out a 2-2 draw. It took a last-minute goal from the Polish striker to snatch that 2-2 draw. And then against Portugal, they lost narrowly in the 2-1 defeat. But for me, the talking point was not even the result. It was about the way the team played. In fact, if you go online, people were talking about if the Super Eagles were to be at the World Cup, they will have been a quarter-finalist team in that competition. But we know the way it is, Nigerian thing. But you have to give credit to Chelle for what he has done. He's been able to bring in some new players. And if you look at the team, whether it's playing the first team or the second team, they all seems to know what they want. They know the goal. What's at stake, they know it. They play the same style. So it's been a long time we saw the Super Eagles play with some style. We didn't even have a defined style for a long time. But now you could see that this team wants to press. They want to keep the ball on the ground. They want to create opening. And so it was different from what we were used to in the past. And now he lost yesterday for the first time. He lost the first 90 minutes, a game in 90 minutes. Aside from penalty shootout, they lost against Morocco. So the other game they lost with extra time. And penalty shootout. The two games he's lost was penalty shootout. So that's over a year. So for him to have kept that unbeaten run from that time till now, you say it's something. But we're not even interested in the unbeaten run. We're interested in how can this team improve. Between then and now, we have seen some level. Let me say maybe like 75% of improvement, which is good for us.
So I've heard some fans. Some fans have said that many times it's not necessarily about the coach, that the players, when they are really devoted to their nation, they would go all out to play well. What do we say to those kind of fans? From what you've said, you have said that Chelle has been able to, bring that mindset into the players, into the team, and is giving them these objectives, and they are following that objective. What if the player? What's the place of the players here? Are the players like soldiers that do only what the managers say they should do, or is there a point where players can actually decide what they want to do? Because we've had other coaches, right? We've had like you mentioned, we had Finidi, we had Pesero, we had. So what happened? What's the difference? What exactly was the difference? Is Chelle a better coach, or is it that our players improved, over time? I'm trying to see, about the players. What exactly changed?
Well, with the players angle, you have to look at it from this part. The players, first of all, no matter how you see you're good as a team, the players have to come to the party. No matter how good you are as a coach, you need the support of the player, you need the support of those players to do well. Now, let's go back to the DR Congo qualifiers game. If you see the game, you will notice that the Super Eagles players went up for it. So, if as a coach, there's always saying in local parlance that the coach coached a winning team. But what happened to the team? They didn't win. So that means the players didn't give us a winning performance. But in that game, you could start, the players didn't want it bad enough. If they wanted it bad enough, they wouldn't play like that. You're playing against the DR Congo side. In terms of talent, in terms of pedigree, they are not even close to Nigeria.
Yes.
Then everybody had done their job. They can't come and tell me that it's because NFF failed to pay them against Gabon. That's why they didn't play well. NFF will not come to the pitch to play.
The ball.
Whether they pay you or not, you have to go there and do your job.
Exactly.
Now, they didn't go to the World Cup. NFF are not supposed to be at the World Cup as players. So now, those that are at the World Cup, their this thing, their records.
It's there for them.
It's there for them. And then their profile too also goes up.
It's better for them.
So now, for the players, you have to blame them. Me, I feel 80% blames go to the players. If you cannot play that well against DR Congo, the last game you have to qualify.
Yeah.
You won 4-1 against Gabon.
Yeah.
Even though the game went into extra time. So he wasn't even supposed to go to extra time in the first place. Then that was a let-off. The second game, which was the DR Congo, the final, was supposed to, no business taking that game to extra time. But what happened was that Osimhen was injured and came out in the first half. A whole team of 11 players, no matter how bad these players are, we should not be struggling against DR Congo. So all of them struggled against DR Congo. They played extra time, they didn't score.
Yeah.
And they went into penalty and DR Congo won the game.
Yeah.
So that is on the players.
So talking about Osimhen, you mentioned Osimhen. Like you said, the moment Osimhen came out of that game, there were changes. We saw how the game, just went the other way. Let's talk about Osimhen. What does Osimhen bring to the team? And what kind of impact have we seen between that DR Congo game up to this point? I know Osimhen had not played for quite some time, but the team has been okay. Right. So let's just talk about Osimhen. What do you think about
first, what Osimhen brings to the team is brings passion. It brings energy. It brings that commitment to the team. Sometimes when Osimhen is not even in his best days, you can see him fighting for the team. You can see him fighting for them. You can see him fighting for every ball.
Yeah.
So if you have about 10 Osimhens in that team, we'll be at the World Cup. Because aside from Osimhen scoring goals, he brings that leadership quality. He brings that together. And he wants to ensure that he gives his all.
Yeah.
And you see it on the pitch of play. He goes for everybody. He does everything.
Yeah.
So, but if you take away Osimhen from that team, in terms of quality, the team will not do anything. And it's bad.
That was before.
That was before.
Is it still now? Till now?
Now I'm coming from somewhere. From that time, they are Congo time team now. Up until the last game we played against Portugal.
Yeah.
Osimhen has not played for the Super Eagles in this international way. He didn't play in the Unity Cup.
Yes.
He didn't play in the last two games against Poland and Portugal.
Yeah.
And the team did well. They won against. They won the Unity Cup without him.
Yes.
Now they played 2-2 draw against Poland. Against Portugal, they played
and they performed
excellently well.
Yeah.
But that's not the goal.
The goal is to win?
The goal is to win when it matters most.
Right.
So now, there were times that we didn't play with Osimhen even during the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
And we won some. Even the Nations qualifiers, there was a game we didn't play and we won. But when it goes to the most important stage, we need these guys to come up to the party, to step up to the party. Now, against Portugal, no Osimhen, even though it would have been better if you had our best players on the pitch. But you have to give credit to the coach and the players that played those games. They didn't even, at the point, some people were asking if the Super Eagles were going to the World Cup because with the way they played like a team that was playing at the World Cup.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we are not going. But Chelle has done something different to the guys. The guys, everybody know that this is the objective. When you come to the Super Eagles, they know what to do. They know the role to play. And then the players, they have more interest now
They have more
to
interest.
play for the national team. And what Chelle has also done is that he has gone into some part of Europe to bring in players.
New players.
And some of the new players have come into the team.
And
They've done what
showed
we've
up.
seen Fernandez,
Yeah.
we've seen the right back that just made his debut as a Rene, and a whole lot of them. They've shown us that this is what we can do. So if you throw it open on a merit base, let all these players come and fight for shit. And I don't know what he's telling them. Whatever he's telling them seems to be working because the players are willing to
Right,
play,
right.
and then the new players are also showing what they have got. And if it's open like that, we have more players, but it has to be on merit. And talking about the Portuguese game, we are still in June, and I expected that Osimhen and Lookman would be in that team. What happened? They said they opted out for personal reasons. And you're asking yourself, that's the last game we are playing in the summer. We didn't go to the World Cup. We are expecting to have all our best players available if they are not injured. But unfortunately, Osimhen was not available, Lookman was not available. Fine, you may say they have their place sealed in the team already. But there's this kind of togetherness he gives to the team, to the coach. If he had Osimhen and Lookman in that game, it's something that the coach will be happy about. He will have taken his game plan to another level.
Yeah.
Because we were able to now test our strengths.
Yeah, because
against
even if the
team as
coach,
big as Portugal.
yeah, even if the coach starts other players at some point when
We
you
have to
see
bring
that's
them
the
on.
game, you have to bring them on.
Just to test how we can cope as a team.
Yeah, exactly.
With our
that's-
best players.
we started losing from the 75th minute. That's 2-1. At that point, the coach could look at the
He
game.
couldn't have even started the players.
Yeah, he could have started.
Just to
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying that even if the coach wanted to use the friendly matches to introduce
Test the new players.
I mean, at some point in the game, you would have to bring the senior and experienced players to be able to, deliver. Like you said, the objective is to win, right? Imagine we won Portugal.
Against Portugal.
That's going to affect our FIFA ranking and also affect and boost
And boost
our
their
morale
confidence.
and confidence that you can actually play top teams and get something out of it.
But what I was going to say is that our players need to do better, especially the big boys. It's looking like you are choosing games to play. And I'm not saying these players don't have the right to go whatever they want to do, is their personal life.
Right.
But the players are after that were seen partying, were seen enjoying the holidays. What about those that are playing for the country? I saw a footage of Lookman enjoying himself. We are not saying don't enjoy yourself. This national team is playing. You are not setting a good precedent for players that are coming. It makes it look like once you are big, you can select games.
And choose
Once you
the
are
games
big,
you
you can
want to
choose the
show
games
up.
you want to show up. And it's not, we are saying that we are trying to rebuild the team. We're trying to get back to the status we had. We were before, during in the early 90s.
96.
And if you look at it now, we've got more talent
More talent.
than that time.
Fantastic talent.
So we've got players that can hold their own. In the last 3 years, we've had two African Player of the Year winners.
Yes.
It's not a fluke.
It's not, no.
So if we have this kind of players and we have some talented players coming up, we should then be able to see what we can do against the big boys. This is the biggest game we have played this year.
It is. It actually is. Playing against a Portugal
With Cristiano Ronaldo and all their star players.
in the game.
So why are we not having our biggest players available for these games?
Could it be that Lookman and Osimhen were invited for the Unity Cup?
They were not invited for the Unity Cup.
Oh, they
were
weren't
left out.
invited.
They were only
Okay.
invited for the
For
friendly
the-
games,
oh.
and they opted out based on personal reasons. I believe Chelle was not even happy about it because that was when he came out to say Osimhen was trying to change club.
Yeah.
Even though Osimhen came out to debunk it.
Very quickly.
Because
He
you will
did
have known that
very
the coach was
quickly.
frustrated with it. Because
Exactly.
even if you are going to change club, it doesn't stop you from playing for your country.
The agents are doing
I mean,
their
I'm not
job.
doing the
Yours
negotiations.
is to play with the Nigerian team.
And because of that, you opted out of the team. Lookman, no excuse, because you're not telling me that Atletico Madrid have no game. So both of them opted out based on personal reasons, and personal reasons that they don't want to play. So it's not good for our football.
Well-
we cannot be taking a step forward and be taking 10 steps backward.
I agree with you. But to play the devil's advocate, there's been a lot of games, right? Both internationally and club side. In fact, people who are going to the World Cup, some pundits have said that they are going to be playing with weak legs because of a very busy year that we have had. I'm not trying to give an excuse for them, but I feel that the coming season is going to be very, very, I don't know, I don't want to say difficult, but demanding, right? So anytime that they have to rest, they can take the rest. But just like you said, when they come with the team and they are able to pass that confidence to the rest of the members, the other members of the team, it would, boost them to be able to play. They don't even necessarily have to play.
And we are saying this because we are not going to the World Cup.
Yes, exactly.
Those that are going to the World Cup, even those that played the Champions League finals some few weeks back, they joined their national team.
Yeah, they didn't have a choice.
Footballers not complain now about so much of games, even though we know from the health part, it's not wise because I played so many games.
Yeah.
Before we came in here, we saw that clip where Arsenal Zubimendi has played 67, 63 games this season.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And he's still going to play at the World Cup. He's the first team member of the Spanish national team.
He has to play.
Because so a lot of them, it happens. But those that are supposed to fight for the right of the players are not doing their job. And even if they were, they don't seem to have enough power to be able to threaten whatever FIFA wants to do or to change whatever FIFA has planned. The more games, the more money. We have 48 games, 48 teams at the World Cup. More money. Prize money has increased. The monies that the players will get has increased. The monies that the clubs will get have increased. So you see that even though it's at the detriment of the health of the players, but once it is business, FIFA does not care.
Follow the money.
There's FIFA. They're supposed to be the one fighting for the right of the players. They are just doing their own. FIFA are just having their way.
Well, there's been tons of statements, right? From those player unions. No, but I think they are moving. They are pushing to FIFA.
But FIFA are doing more. They are giving more competitions.
But in FIFA's defense, anybody who is going to get to the final of this World Cup, any team who's going to get to the final of this World Cup will have played just 8 games. Initially, the World Cup, just 7 games. No, 7 games. But now, if you pass through the group stage, you've played 3 games, then you have a round of 32, right? You play, that's the 4. You play a round of 16, that's 5. You play the quarterfinal, that's 6. You play the semifinal, that's 7. And you play the final, that's 8. It's just 8 games. I know I shouldn't be using just to say 8 games, but it's just 8 games. The difference here is 1. Just 1 additional game. So in FIFA's defense, I don't think anything has happened. I think where the player unions had troubles with FIFA was last year's Club World Cup. It has become overblown, right?
Because you know that FIFA will always find a way. Okay, even look at the European people now.
Yeah,
they are playing in Europe. They are playing Euros. They are playing Nations League. They are playing everything. They are playing World Cup qualifiers. Africa, they'll come and play, and they're playing more games. The club football is there. If your club is lucky to get to the final like PSG, you play over 50 games. Arsenal over 50 games. And these players have not had some sort of rest. That's why for Chelsea fans, they're happy that the likes of Palmer didn't go to the World Cup. Palmer has not had a rest for 4 seasons.
Wow.
Every summer he has been involved in one tournament or the other. So imagine what the toll it has on their health. So, but that's not an excuse because it's your job.
It's your job.
If you are not comfortable with it, you can retire. But the fact is that for those players that missed those games, all the players that were available, they also had excuses to not to be available.
Yes.
Because many of them played for European clubs.
They did.
And they still came to the camp. Now everybody are free to go to wherever you want to go and enjoy your holidays. But let's not be selecting games because we're not sending good precedent to those that are coming up. Because players are watching, younger players are watching, new players are watching.
So when they get to that point of Osimhen,
they also pick games. Once they are closer to Osimhen's level, they begin to pick games.
But I don't want to think that Osimhen and Lookman are trying to.
You see what Lookman? This is the first time he's doing something like that.
They're not played. They're not kids.
This is the first time Lookman is doing something, but Osimhen is not the first time. There are some games that Osimhen doesn't. There are some. Okay, wait. There are times that Osimhen doesn't even play some of these games. Some maybe friendly games or even national qualifiers. Or sometimes they excuse him based on when they see that with this game is a dead rubber game, we can use other players to test him. It's normal. But this one,
it's important.
They were fit. This is against Portugal. Playing against Portugal, there's what it does to your own profile too.
Exactly.
That if you play well and score well against them, it gives you more leverage.
It does. But that's why I don't want to believe that
they opted out.
Because
you think
there has to be something. No, definitely.
The coach came out to say they opted out. The coach can, if it were, because I saw the list earlier when they called the players up. They were there.
And all of a
They
sudden,
left them out of the Unity Cup games
Yeah.
because they know that they wanted to test new players.
Yeah.
But for the Portugal and Poland game, their names were there. It was on the eve of the Poland game that the coach announced that they opted out.
Wow.
And I knew Chelle was not cool with it. That was why he had to say what he said, that he was going to change the club because no coach will be cool with it. This is the biggest game he has managed in terms of Super Eagles.
That's
and you don't
correct.
have the best players. Those two players are our biggest players in that team. Even if they are not going to start, let them be in camp.
Exactly. That was my point.
Let them be in camp.
Because their presence alone
Is enough.
is enough.
Because we are
Just show
rebuilding
up.
the team now.
You're building it exactly.
So the coach probably say, okay, let me see if I can test
This other-
Lookman with this and let's see the
Exactly.
connection. Let's see. Those are the things you're looking out for in a friendly game. You're not even about winning. You're looking at tactics. You're looking at fine-tuning tactics. You're looking at trying new tactics, trying new players, new formations, new partnerships in the team. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at to win.
Yeah. So it's beyond trying new players.
It's beyond.
New partnership.
New partnership. But the
Because
players that
if
can play
Osimhen
together.
can play exactly. If Osimhen can
So
play with
you now
someone
imagine
else,
Osimhen and Lookman are not there.
look at that. So what partnership are you building?
What are you building? So whatever you're going to try with them in the team, you have to wait to the next AFCON qualify.
Exactly. And that's
This is not good for the coach. I understand his frustration, but it's Nigeria. He will likely go and get away with things like
do we
that.
have other players who do this in their countries?
Well, even if we see, that's why when you mentioned commitment from the players, I said that was the biggest thing
It was the biggest. Yes.
Our players, and some of them, if you look at it from a balanced view, you say, they say they are winning them now. Every time they come, it's not news, sir.
Has always been.
Since 80s, NFL have been owning players. 70s, 60s, they've been owning players. They will not stop in 2030. At least I can guarantee you. So you cannot say it's because they are owning that you're not coming to the party to play well.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, if you're representing Nigeria is a privilege. And then you are selling yourself. If they are playing, they will not write my name at the back of their jerseys.
It's your name. It's your name.
They write the name of the players.
Because at the end of the day, even when you leave the sports, there is sports business. There is businesses that would come up to you.
Of course, and the name goes on with you.
Yeah, it will go on.
So it's about the players now. The players need to know that. Fine, we have countries. Okay, there was a time I was saying to somebody that now that we are having Tokumbo players, we cannot get that passion compared to when you have players that grew up in Nigeria, that knows what to play for Nigeria. They caught up with that passion while they were growing up on the streets. For example, when Nigeria are playing the Nations Cup, as a young boy, you start watching the game from as a young day, even before you start playing football.
Yeah.
So you develop that passion to play for the nation.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing with somebody that is coming from.
Because you understand how Nigerians take the game. So you can't mess up in the field because you know what is happening.
So when you see them play for the country, is different.
Exactly.
Compared to those
whites, yeah.
Because those ones are not used. They've never experienced it, and they are mostly Nigeria is just mostly second choice or third choice to them.
Sometimes.
Most times. Because none of these last people, if they had England, they would play for Nigeria.
Right.
If England was ready to come for them, they would play for Nigeria. If they were ready to play for other teams.
Right.
So, but we are saying you've gotten the opportunity. Come in, show what you can do, be committed.
Show up. Yeah, so let's come back. I admire your I like what you're saying. I like how you're calling out on our big players. They should please always show up. It's important. Let's come back to the team. We've seen a few players that have joined the team recently. What can you say about one or two of them?
Well, I've seen Fernandez. He came in the March International with the central defender. Did so fairly good. He played for Rangers in Scotland. He's a central defender and he's doing well. And I mean, this new window also, a lot of players got the opportunity. Winning the right back played against Portugal, he did well. Many of them were given opportunity. We didn't even expect them to get it, but they are given this opportunity. And I like the fact that when they come, there's something Chelle is telling them, because when it's like come, they easily adapt to the team. You hardly see many of them struggling. They play well. The togetherness in the team, you see the clips, you know that these players have adapted to the team and they are now ready to give their all. So maybe Chelle himself found out that I don't know, the problem with the team is probably commitment. If I can get the players on my side, whenever we play, they are giving their best, it makes the job easier for me.
Yeah.
So those new players, Otele, they have gotten the opportunity. Now we still have the old boys that look like a new player,
Yeah.
which is Okoye.
Yeah.
Came back to the team against Portugal.
Yeah.
He made 5 saves, even though some people are still saying the goals
We're not supposed to be goals.
We're not supposed to be goals. All the things are there, but he has been given the opportunity.
And he's showing up.
He has shown up.
I saw the game against Poland and I saw some of the saves. They were fantastic.
Against Portugal, he had about 5 saves too.
He showed up.
But all these mistakes of the goals can happen.
Yeah.
But and unfortunately, it won't leave Nigerians because they've not forgotten the 2022 experience at the Nations Cup. So anytime he makes that kind of a mistake, Nigerians will remember it. But for the new players, good for them. Some of them will retain their places. For example, the Femi Aziz guy that played in the Unity Cup.
Yes.
Fantastic winger.
Yes.
We saw what Chukwueze did yesterday. Against Portugal. When he had a chance with 2 players, the easiest would have been to lay up the pass to the rushing forward. He didn't do that. So with the likes of Femi Aziz coming into the party, he will give him a run for his money.
That's correct.
And we've got a lot of wingers to tell you. We've got a lot of wingers.
That's correct.
There's this guy that just joined Brighton, Johanna. So we have seen players coming up. If you are giving them the right environment to develop, they will develop. We've got talent. Talent is never a problem with Nigeria. The problem is always these players coming up, showing their talent and being committed enough to show the world what they can do.
And you believe that Chelle is coming with that administrative?
No, I think Chelle should be. He has not signed a new contract yet. They should be begging him to sign a new contract because this is the most stabilized team we've had in years.
Right.
You see that you could see this is a team that is well coached. What we need, you see, another long rope that we have as against that, we expect too much from these players. You can't expect. It's like you have money now. You now bought a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And now bought. I don't want to mention the name of the brand.
Right.
You can't expect what the Lamborghini will give you compared to the other brand will give you.
Yeah.
So our players, let me come on. Our players are not world class. We need, because if you understand that the pressure will reduce, we will not be expecting too much from them. We don't have world class players yet. We may be with the exception of 2, Osimhen and Lookman.
Yes.
The others, no. So if you understand that our players are at best over average, I just expected them over average. We know that we will not be expecting world class stuffs from them.
Yeah.
So it helps us. But we now need to begin to look out for players that can come in and raise the level of the team. And they walk straight into the starting lineup and they're giving you 100% more than what the previous person was giving you. So we need those players. Fine, we've got talent. Are we refining our talent to world-class status? No.
Whose job is it to refine talent?
The players and the NFF. But the onus is on the
club
players.
Side. Yeah, because the player.
Because if you have it, you show it.
You show it.
They don't have
it. So how does the player get to that place? I know players
There's a place of talent.
Yeah, place of talent and there's a place of hard work.
There's a place of commitment.
Place of commitment.
Is that commitment that you don't see Nigerian players?
Well, you know that beyond international plays, they play for their club side, right? They are committed to their clubs, are they not?
Yes.
So the part of commitment is let's say the part of commitment is there. The part of talent, of course, for them to have gotten to that point is there to a great extent. But I think what might be missing is hard work.
Yes.
Because we've heard from world-class players, some of them come to training way before other players show up, and they leave the training way after other players have gone. So they do a whole lot of work to get there. What is that thing that is supposed to inspire our Nigerian players to put in that kind of efforts to be able to raise them to that place?
Because football for an average Nigerian player is an escape from poverty.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh that's the reality.
Oh my God.
It's an escape from poverty. So once they start making money.
Are we still bringing this poverty talk to every sector in the country?
It has to be there.
It has to be there.
In fact, most people play
How about
football.
the Nigerian players who grew outside the country?
That's why I say Nigerian players. That means those that are born and bred in Nigeria.
So it's just an escape from poverty.
First,
poverty.
It's an escape from poverty.
Oh my God.
So once they move out of Nigeria, the first thing they want to look out for is some sort of financial freedom.
Right.
Because they know that they are not going to win the world best. So for them, they are not targeting the world best. They are not targeting the Champions League.
Right.
They are not targeting the biggest trophies in the world. They are not targeting the big teams in the world.
They just
want to have a team that will be playing them regularly and then playing football. That's why you see that most of our players, they start with potential and they get plateau at a point. They are not growing again. Look at Chukwueze. For how long has he been a player of the Super Eagles? It was since 2019. You cannot say that Chukwueze has been consistent for a whole year.
And
you can mention many of them.
He was very talented.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we saw how he started from the under. Like, he was very good.
He showed potential when he started.
So what usually happens?
Look at the year at all.
I don't even want to mention past. Like,
you can mention like 20.
Look at Mikel. Mikel was so good. I mean, back in the day where we were rating him with Messi.
Mikel is even, you can't even go Mikel's level because Mikel achieved a whole lot.
Yes, he did.
Before he retired. But look at the ones that followed Mikel. This generation, let's even say here, this generation, look at what they've done. They will start well. Maybe with the exception of Osimhen that has been able to keep up that vigor, that fight. And it's because you can see it from him that this is a player that doesn't want to give up. Whether he's making money or not, he still wants to give his best. But look at others. So if you ask them, they tell you, I want to play football and win. I want to get money first. So you look at other players, look at other countries. They start well. They still live up to that hype. Some of them even grow to become better than what they started as. But our players is not the same. So that's why you see that commitment level will not be high. Because once they are making money, some of them, when they make money, you can't talk to them again.
Right.
So you now imagine, they already make money, so they don't have any ambition again. An average player in Europe, maybe for a place for England or Spain, knows that poverty is not the problem.
Yeah.
So he knows that he's in this business, in this career as his job.
Yeah.
And as a job, you need to have goals, aspirations you want to achieve before some certain age.
Especially when you know that at some time in your life, it's going to end.
It's going to end.
And that career is very short.
Very short.
That period where you have that
so
career,
you need to be fine to get what you want to get. It's not even, money is part of it, but money is not their motivation.
No, but
because you know that if you as a player now, maybe you want to win top trophies, you go and join big trophies. Exactly. And I very Nigerian player now.
They will rather
bigger club will offer him lesser money. If you go to a smaller club, offer him bigger money. Because he's telling you that, Oga, not to concern me with that one.
Okay.
What I'm interested is
okay. So we are proud of our Nigerian players. They have done so well. The truth is, we cannot deny some of the beautiful things that we are hearing from the Nigerian players across the world. Right? I mean, Chelle has a pool of players to pick from, and that's because Nigerian players have put in the efforts to ensure that their talent, comes out, and we are very, very proud of them. Today has been interesting. We are going to be starting the World Cup, and I know that a whole lot of fans are hoping. We're hoping that Nigeria would make the World Cup, but unfortunately, we weren't able to make the World Cup. But before we leave the studio, I just want us to do some, let's just imagine that Nigeria was playing in the World Cup. Where do you think, with what we are seeing right now? I mean, we've seen what we did at the Unity Cup against Poland also and against Portugal. Where do you think Nigeria would have gotten to in this World Cup? Please tell me we will win the World Cup.
Well, to be realistic, with what I've seen in the last few games, with the players we have, maybe a quarterfinal.
A quarterfinal. It means after the group phase,
round.
The second round, and then the
quarterfinal
round of 6. Wow! So they would have played up to 6 games. How did we not make the World Cup?
The players can answer better.
No. I mean, as a sports brand, we were hoping that Nigeria would make the World Cup, but
you can't put your hope on Nigerian players.
It is what it is.
No, imagine the pain of missing out on 2 consecutive World Cups.
That pain is a lot.
And the players that are the actors, they don't seem to feel it. Because if they felt it, if you're interested in something so dear to you, you will see it in you. It's not hard. Did you not see the way they played? Okay, Osimhen was the 2011 players.
But you see that spectators are usually the best players because we are looking. We can't see the hearts of these people. We can't see what exactly is happening in the. I believe when you say that the team that comes with the bigger hunger for the qualification would win. I believe that, but I don't want to scrap the possibility of the other team that lost coming with their own hunger too. It's just that hunger, they're different. But I don't want us to just think that the
it's
players.
Not that we think we saw.
I know, but
we saw it. It's something that we all saw. We can still go and play the match and see it.
Maybe they didn't think
we are playing against DR Congo.
Yes.
And you gave us that kind of a performance.
Maybe they didn't think that DR Congo was
so as a sports person, are you supposed to underestimate your opponent?
I know, but these things happen, right?
You know, it can happen.
They happen.
It can happen, but that's when you show your quality. There's tendency that you can underestimate people, or even in sport, a team.
Yes.
There's tendency.
So whose fault here?
It's the player's fault.
Not the coach.
Not the coach. Because I believe the coach will not tell you to go and underrate a team. And the players know that under no circumstances should we be losing to DR Congo. Right. Whether we are underestimating them or not.
Right.
So if you guys know that this is the last, they almost missed out on that one entirely.
It was close.
That should have served as a motivation for them that because of our poor performances in the group stage, we had the lifeline.
The lifeline, yeah.
That we could have taken good advantage of. They could have literally died on that pitch and sealed that World Cup ticket. And whatever you were fighting for, maybe the bonus or whatever, then you go to the World Cup, even if they don't give you bonus, the goal, the dream of playing at the World Cup is more than what money can buy, even though we know they need money.
But let's talk about the money parts. I feel that these players, they earn a lot from their club side. They also earn a lot from some other endorsements and other businesses that they do. Playing for the national team should be such a pride, like it should come with such, but why is the motivation still around money? To the extent that such an important game, they could boycott training just to prove their point. How much? Because sometimes when these monies are mentioned, they're not up to what they earn, on a weekly basis at their club side. What usually happens?
It's a case of monkey they shop, monkey they walk, babu they shop.
So they are angry that
they are the one working, and some set of people in the NFF are not giving them their due.
Oh, that's the issue.
Or even the country as well. Because there are times that it's not from the NFF, maybe the country did not, but in most cases, it's always from the NFF. So because they know that some of them, since they crashed out of the Nations Cup, some of those bonuses we were fighting were from the Nations Cup. Was from the Nations Cup, not only the World Cup qualifiers.
So they've been owing them
backlog.
Yeah.
So they know that if we don't do this now and we fail to qualify for the World Cup, there's likelihood that we won't get that money.
That's the end of it. I get it.
So this is the best time to hold them at the jugular to ensure that we get our pay.
But do you think that practice affects the game? It doesn't.
It affected the game.
Oh, it did?
Because it's the biggest game of the World Cup qualifiers at that time.
So you shouldn't distract yourself with...
No distraction. They struggled against Gabon too before the individual brilliance in the extra time. We are talking World Cup. We missed out of the previous World Cup. And you have to play a playoff game, semi-final game, against another team to stand a chance of going to the World Cup. You are supposed to have undivided attention. No distraction.
Thinking about money.
Not even money. But they know that this is the best time to press home our grievances.
Yes.
If we don't do that, we can't get these things sorted out.
Right.
But that's, by the way, you look at it from the bottom. You know, say, NFF, this has been a recurring decimal for you people. Every year they hold these players. Even the teenage people, they hold them, the age grade teams. Why should we have to be singing this song every year? Nigeria is not a poor country.
We're not poor.
The NFF have their own, they have a way of getting their own pay. They get their pay. They don't delay their own pay. If you are not playing football, you are getting your pay. Those that are playing, that are fighting it out on the pitch, why are they being held? So it's questions that we should be asking ourselves.
Yeah.
The players are not to be. If you are owing me money, I can down tools.
Yeah.
It's not my man thing.
Right.
Because if you are owing me money consistently, forget that they get paid in Europe. But this is their job.
Right.
This football has no pension. You get
pension.
you are
You
getting
get
paid of what you are working for instantly. Once you get injured, it's over.
It's over.
And the career is short. Some people will not play football, they have more money than footballers when they retire. You know the people.
Right. Thank you so much, viewers. The World Cup is beginning on the 11th, that's Thursday, today, of June, and Nigeria would not be at the World Cup. It's very painful, very painful. I mean, you could see how Taiwo is reacting that Nigeria won't be at the World Cup. It's painful, yeah, but we are happy that the team is coming together. The new coach is doing a whole lot of work, just like we've mentioned during this podcast, and we have hope of a better team, and we have hope of seeing a team that would bring us trophies, because that's what we want. We want trophies, right? The next thing we should be looking at is the AFCON 2027, which is happening next year. We hope to qualify and we hope to get in there and also win, right? Thank you for joining us today. Until we come again, see you. Thank you.